Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my class. So, how was your weekend? Were you busy? I heard some of my students went to the Blackpink concert after the school sports event on Saturday. One of my students told me that they could only see the top of people's head, even though they paid about 6,800 NT for the ticket, but they were still super excited. But now, anyway, the Blackpink already went back to Korea, so it's time for us to focus on our study again. So, last week we discussed about the fractal and assistive device. And today we will move on to the next topic, which is putting a cast on your patient. So the topic is called nursing care of cast placement and removal. And here is our aim on the week 6. So after the end of class, I want you to identify the case type and describe the patient preparation, and then demonstrate the proper cast care technique and evaluate the complication, and finally create a plan for the management patient's care. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Here is the outline I want to tell you for today. I want to give you some brief introduction and then explain type and step of the cast, and then nursing care about the cast placement and after cast removal. And of course, we do some quiz on the Slido, and then I'll give you some recap thing. Finally, I will give you a group assignment on the Zoom. Let's go on to the next page. Okay, introduction. A cast or plaster is used to immobilize 固定 a broken bone or injured limb during the healing process, and usually it made into the form of a bandage. Look like this way. Here is my bandage here. Okay, and it can be used different materials such as a plaster. So I do have a plaster here, like plaster. But it actually look like a roll. Here is the roll, but I put it in the bag. And fiberglasses or resin. So proper cast placement and care are essential to promote the healing and prevent complications. Next page. Here I want to show you some type of cast placement. We do have a 4 type. One is arm, one is leg, and another one is body. The last one is a specialized. The shape is different. So here is the one on your screen. On your slide, you can see the left-hand side is a short arm cast. Right-hand side is a long arm. Okay, underneath that you will see the button one. The left-hand side is a short leg cast, and then the right side is a long leg cast. So you probably noticed that I do have a red highlights on the slide that indicate area of the body where extra caution is needed. If a healthcare provider apply too much pressure on this area, it can result in skin ulcer or poor circulation. So don't squeeze too hard when you're helping do the cast. Okay, here is the 2 type. Let's see another 2 type. Okay, here on your screen, you can see the left-hand side is a body cast. In the middle part, actually, they do have a body cast and some kind of specialized cast. In your right-hand side, you will see a specialized cast. That's different shape. So you learn that leg, arm, and body cast. But the specialized cast. We don't have a special name on it. Just in Chinese, we call it 人字形石膏. Okay, this is a case type. Okay, this one I'm talking about a step of cast placement. We need to prepare our patient before we do the cast. So consider they might need to suffer from the pain. So we need to do the pain management and do the proper position and applying for step like you need to prepare. The most important stuff is you need to prepare stocking and padding and casting material. That is on your right hand side. The photo. I do have some real stuff I want to show you. And then also you need to prepare scissor, gloves and water. I do have the scissor here. This one is a special scissor for protect tissue, patient's tissue. It won't hurt patient's skin. So here is the one. It's hard to do it. How to do it? Show you. Okay, here's the scissor. Okay, and then glove. I do have a glove here. Gloves. And then some water. And I want to show you this is stocking. 袜子，棉袜stocking. And here is paddling 棉垫. It's very soft and very comfy. Another one is that is plaster. Resin plaster. This is plaster. Okay, here. Okay, let's move to the next page. Next slide. Okay, here is the step that video step that I want to show you the step about the cast placement.
Short arm application. Cut in the stockinette for the thumb.
Okay, let's do the stockinette first.
Roll up the stockinette before applying it to the limb to lessen the pressure while applying. Roll on and remove all wrinkles and creases.
Okay, that is the first step. And then they do paddling.
Applying with a slight tension will allow the padding to lie down smoothly and have a snug.
And then they do plaster material.
Make a cut at the thumb to easily pass through the web space. Curl the cut edges of the cast tape under.
And they might need to do 2 layers.
Roll down the stockinette at the thumb. Now, take a second roll or use the rest of the first roll of cast tape. Start wrapping the cast tape at the wrist, working distally to the hand.
Okay, that's
Make a
about
cut at the thumb to easily
We don't have too much time, so I'm going to stop here.
Curl the cut edges of.
Okay. So, any questions for the procedure of casting on the cast? So, ensuring the proper fit, like we need to hold it gently, molding gently, and then don't put your fingertips squeeze the cast. That will hurt patient's tissue. And then we will need to allow the room air to dry the cast. Don't use any hair dryer to dry the cast. Okay. And then when we do I want to remind you on the nursing care of the cast placement, you need to have monitoring, always need to monitoring the 6 P's and checking the infection signs. So 6 P's are pain, paralysis, poikilothymia, pallor, hopelessness, and paresthesia. Those 6 P's, I already have some Chinese explaining there. So, and then helping your patient with daily activities, and then promoting the movement of the unaffected limb. 健侧. We always focus on the affective 患侧. We always focus on the affective limbs, right? But both limbs are important. Okay, educating your casting care and recognize the complication. Do not use any tool to scratch the skin underneath the cast. That will make your pad wrinkle, and then that will hurt your damage. And the last one, you need to documentation. Okay, here is another video for the nursing care after removal. Here's the removes procedure. Let's look at real quick.
Patient lying proximally on the inside of the lower leg. Do a small section at a time.
Okay.
Carefully
And then do
the distal end of the foot towards the ankle.
Okay. Use a scissor to cut it. And then,
Remove second half of the cast.
okay, that is the procedure of a remove cast. And then after that, we need to give patient education about the skin care. That is important. Do not peel off the old skin. They might have some kind of look like a yellow or oily skin, but do not peel off. Just use a baby oil lotion to wash it and then avoid sun damage for the new skin and handle the area gently. And check the muscle weakness. That happens all the time. And joint stiffness after the cast removal. So they might complain about pain, swelling, discomfort, and then hard to move. Or you need to teach them wound care and emotional support. And then recommending about a suitable assistive device. That part I already covered last week. So finally, always you need to do the documentation. That is about the care after case removal. And here is the recall about the assistive device that from last week I want to remind you. And this one is a quiz time. I want you to answer 3 questions in 1 minute. Please get your cell phone and your computer ready. So here is the Slido. You can use scanner, and here's the number. I give you 1 minute, and then let's look at the result here. Okay, I have 3 questions. Question number 1 is 100% correctly. Question number 2, yeah, the answer B is almost there. It's almost close to the correct answer. And then question number 3, I think all the A, B, and C is a correct answer. So we choose the D, all of the above. So let's recap our content for today. The case type is arm, leg, body, and others. And case placement is stagnant, padding, casting material. 3 things is very important. And then nursing care, we review the 6P, assistance device, complication prevention, and post-removal care, focus on skin care, exercise, and bone healthy education. And always do the documentation. Nothing is done until the documentation is done. So that is for today, and I want to give you some assignment. Here is the group assignment that you need to focus on it. Please turn in the assignment before next Monday, 5 p.m. at Zoovio. So here is the scenario that I gave to you. You need to answer the questions. This is a group work. And next week, we are talking about the topic of amputation. That is on the textbook, chapter 15, page 63. So that is about all for today. And thank you for your attention, and then feel free to contact me if you need me. Or my office hour is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Here's my email if you need me. Okay, I think I cover all, and thank you for coming in. Goodbye.